All right, have and have not fans. It's Hannah Young versus David Harrington in season 8 of the Haves and the Have-Nots. Based on the trailer, Hannah's about to... it's bad enough David's back is still scarred, allegedly, from that car explosion, but it looks like he might have a scar on his face, like from The Lion King. After, it looks like... I don't know what the hell Hannah's holding. It's a blunt object, and obviously she's about to whack him upside the face / head with it. But before we go into this any further, please take a moment, hit that like button, hit subscribe, click the bell notification icon and select all. That way you are notified whenever I post content to the channel, and follow me on my social media platforms. Links are in the description below. Why is Hanna attacking David? I don't think David's going to raise his hand to Hanna. I don't think that at all. What I think is going to happen is David is probably going to try to muscle, if you will, Hanna out of, giving up the money for the child support. Hey, if Jim doesn't have the $50,000, he's going to jail. So, look, Hanna, I told you, bah! That's what I'm thinking could happen. Or the fact that, I'm going to do a video about Hannah's breaking point. I think there's an upcoming episode where the synopsis literally says Hanna embraces her new role. I think that's episode 3. Let me double check. Yeah, the long drive home. Hanna embraces her new role and is fearless as she must confront hatred. So I feel like the catalyst of that will be that meeting between her, Don, John, and Marty, where she pretty much learns you know what, I can't trust anyone. Everybody wants this money. I'm just going to lash out at everybody who approaches me. So I feel like that's going to be the beginning of Hannah's... Well, to be honest, she might have that same level of paranoia as Veronica. But basically, the only reason I can see Hanna attacking David is because he speaks out of turn. He'll probably say something about, it's like your children have millions of dollars that belong to Wyatt and Jim needs it back. I feel like it's going to be something where he says the wrong thing, probably threatening the children or something. That's what I think is going to happen, because Hanna, I respect you. It's like you literally have that whole thing where you have a moment where you tell Hanna how she reminds you of your mother. So just like a mama, she's going to discipline her child and hit him with a blunt object. So I think that's what's going on here. Some people are like, Hanna needs to remember David is a judge. And I'm like, that's very true. He and Jim retired from the bench, but they still are judges. So he could sue. Honestly, I don't see why Jim and Catherine didn't sue, the hotel, the Sarandon Hotel, or at least, Jennifer, the DA, because they had told Catherine and Jennifer and some cops, they went over to the house to tell Catherine that Wyatt had died. Then, Hanna went to the jail to tell Jim that Wyatt had died, and they were wrong. Just like when Madison, spooked David and Veronica into thinking Jeffrey was dead, they could have sued the hospital. That's kind of crazy. When you think about Randall from If Loving You Is Wrong, who's running around saying he would sue everybody, there have been plenty of times in the haves and the have-nots where even these characters who have committed so many crimes could rightfully sue someone or a business for false information, distress, or whatever. So, yeah. But I think that Hanna attacks David because she just gives, like the Kevin Hart special, there are no F's given by Hanna Young. She's literally going to lash out. Just anybody who comes at her or talks to her the wrong way, she's going to give it to him. Not in that sexual way, but more in a violent way. So with that being said, I just think that David comes over unannounced, making demands or trying to get information. Hanna ain't having it, and she's going to whack him upside the face. That's what I think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you agree or have another theory, feel free to let me know. We're going to find out together soon enough, but yeah, that's my thoughts there. Shout out to the patrons over on Patreon. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so by hitting me up on PayPal or Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.